Hi, YouTube. Hi, for people that are watching. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all what happened on my birthday, okay? So, some of y'all probably seen it on my TikTok, but I didn't get to say, like, the whole story and, like, fully everything that happened. So, basically, on my birthday, everyone's having a good time, whatever, fine, okay? Birthday was okay. So, my friend calls me, and she's a transgender, so she has a guy's name now. But I'm not gonna say their actual name in this video, so we're just gonna call him Zach. Okay. So Zach calls me and tells me that he needs me to do a favor, asks if one of my friends were there, right? And I say no, he's not here. He left. He's like, oh, because he's my only hope, because like he needed a ride. Well, person needed a ride and he couldn't find anyone else. So I was like, okay, well, let me see what my dad says and blah blah. I went and told my dad what's going on, the whole story, whatever. And I told my mom too. And they said it was up to me if I want to give her a ride. And I said, yeah, okay. But before we even go, my dad's like complaining about gas, whatever, fine, whatever. I gave him $20 to put for gas, because even though it was my birthday money, I gave it to him because he was complaining. So I thought, well, we can just go and pick her up. Like, understand needing gas, whatever, fine. I gave him gas money. We go to Zach's house, because that's where the girl was and her stuff is there. Okay, well, Zach being there, we're gonna call the girl Jasmine. Okay, so Jasmine's crying, thanking us, whatever. She's supposed to go to a homeless shelter, and it's supposed to be open 24 hours because they already called the police and everything. She told us her location, like that way we can go drop her off there. They showed us, put the location in for us. Okay, we have a location up. We go over there. Doors are not open. They're locked. Okay, so this homeless shelter is supposed to be where girls or women can go to receive help or get away from places. So, I'm sorry, I got a burp. So because of that and the whole situation, they said that she was eligible, and they were telling her, because they already had called ahead time. So we're there, we get down, it's not open or whatever. We call the phone number on the door and we tell them, hey, we're here, like, whatever. And they're telling her, they're saying, oh, well, you're not eligible, like, you realize we're not a homeless shelter. And I was like, but y'all are a homeless shelter only, like, it doesn't make any sense. So, like, what the fuck, It's like, how, I'm like, do they even know what implies homeless shelter means? Right? I'm just mad, like, whatever. I'm trying to find her another place to stay because she can't stay with us. I'm trying to figure out where she can stay, because I don't want to leave her there. It's dark, it's night, like, in front of the place. Like, I'm not gonna do that to someone. So, especially if it's a girl knowing the situation that they just got out of. I'm not gonna do that. So, I'm over here trying to find her another place like that where she can just stay for the night at least. Because, like, there was nowhere else for her to go, and I didn't feel like leaving her on the streets. So then my dad ends up saying, no, I tell her to get in, let's go, take her back to our house. She comes back to our house, whatever, fine. Didn't think nothing of it. She says she started having a crush on me, okay? I was like, okay, fresh down. I was like, oh, I'm flattered, just joking, playing around with her. Like, not trying to play with her or anything. And, when she's been through, like, whatever. So, like, you want something to drink, it's good. Showed her where the restaurant was, the kitchen, like, if she was hungry or whatever. Okay, well, the next day comes, and that's when I am gonna go to my dad's house and house sit and everything. Okay, so we go. I asked them before we go to see. They said yes, that she can come. Okay. My mom and dad are arguing about, like, her staying another night or whatever for the last day. I'm like, okay, maybe I can find you another place just in case because they're arguing about it. Mom said that she's okay to stay another night or whatever. I'm like, okay, fine. Well, I found out a backup place just in case, you know? Okay. Well, the next day, not the next day, but whatever day down that day, me and her just chilling, talking, getting to know each other more. Like, we end up becoming friends, okay? Fine, whatever. Her situation and everything and more. Found out a lot. It was just crazy. She was crying and everything. Well, this person called and gave her two options that she can go to foster care, or she can do independent living, which is the program that they have. Okay, so she's like trying to make up her mind. Well, I told her what happened to me one day, and it helped her make up her decision. I told her, I just want you to be prepared and everything. I don't want you living on the streets or whatever, you know, like, she said this is something that she called them back, she did it, whatever. She went through with it. She said, this is something I'm not backing out of, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm like, okay. So, yeah, she's staying, me and her got to know each other, a lot of stuff happened. Well, next day comes, and that's when they're supposed to come back. They come back, whatever. We leave to my house. She ends up staying another night with me. Whatever. Okay? Nothing. Well, like, yeah, I'm leaving a lot of certain parts out because, one, they don't really involve me. Two, like, she was on the phone with someone. But before we leave or anything, she asked me if I wanted to make her fiance jealous with her ex-fiance. I was like, what do you have? Like, whatever. It's like, you know, whatever. And then I was like, you know, because I kind of already knew she had feelings with me because that's what she said. But then again, like, you can't really, like, you just met me, you know. And she was saying how nice I was. And then my mom was nice too and everything, whatever. Okay. Well, anyways, me and her come to my house. And what she's there, she starts changing and everything. She's gonna take a shower, whatever. Just changing. She sends a pic to this guy of her wearing shorts and like having her t-shirt open, you know, like kind of very naughty pic. So, and she's in my room, you know, and this guy she was talking to, and so it's whatever, you know. And then she was talking to this couple too that night and telling them about this guy and that he's creepy and that all he wants is sex. But meanwhile, she was the one talking dirty to him and everything and turning him on and making him think like, oh, he's gonna get it, you know? Because he had asked her out on a date and she said yes. And she asked him to take her back to San Antonio. So she was low-key lying. So I was like, okay, what the fuck, you know? I don't know the truth or anything of what happened, but I was just like, what the fuck, you know? But anyways, when she said, I was like, before you go out of my room, make sure you button up your shirt, you know? Because I have my dad and my brother here. They don't want to see a girl like that. Like, you know, like, okay. So she takes a shower, she comes out, whatever, fine, we're chilling, we're talking, like, whatever. Told her I was with someone. And so then we were talking, she was like, oh, I want to try something with you. Because she asked me a lot of questions, me not thinking anything. I was like, oh, and she's just asking questions, whatever. She asked me, have you ever tried anything with a girl or something? And other questions like that. And I didn't feel comfortable asking. Like, saying anything, I was like, felt very awkward, you know? She kind of made me uncomfortable a little bit. changed in my room, but me not thinking anything of it and forgot that she said that she liked me. She looked at me and then she looked away when I was changing, and then that's it. But it was like I have no problem changing in front of girls, nothing. But knowing that, like, yeah. But basically, she said that she wanted to try something with me, right? I'm not stupid, I'm not dumb, just trying to make a move on me. Okay, it's just like, oh, I want to try something on you, we'll take quick, like, just put your plate down, whatever, because I was eating, I was being fed, and me not wanting it, I was just like, no, my food. Like, I just said that, like, I'm not dumb, not stupid, like, she's trying to make a move on me, because she's already, like, staring at me, and, you know, like, in a way, and so, I go, oh, like, after a while, she says it again, she says it more than 3 times, okay? After she says it that much, I made up an excuse saying I had to call my boyfriend, right? And I called the person, and we're just talking. I put him on speaker, right? That way she could know, and she can hear us. Like, yeah, that might have been a bitch move, but, like, you know, like, that was the only way. Because, like, she knew that I was, like, I told her I was with someone or whatever, and that didn't work, and she was still trying to get at me. Just like, oh, like, I don't mind compliments and stuff. Like, fine, whatever, compliments, nothing. But she was trying to make a move, and I was not having it. So, called up one of my friends and everything, and yeah, she finally stopped making a move after she heard me on the phone with him, and she was just staring at me, talking on the phone with him. That's when she finally stopped. And I was like, thank God she stopped. And then last night she was talking to a couple, fine, whatever, they're cool people. You know, I started talking to them too, because they were on video chat. I was gonna go sleep, like, hey, I'm gonna go sleep already. She's like, are you gonna leave the light on? I'm like, no, because she was video chatting with them. I said, no, I'm gonna turn it off already, because it was getting late. It was late. So then she was like, can you hide under, like, can you leave the light on and hide under the covers? I was like, no, this is my room, my house, you know? I was like, no, I'll light you a candle here. So I lit her a candle and I gave it to her for her to, and I was like, make sure the candle doesn't drop and make sure you put it out before you go to bed or whatever. Okay, I'm kind of having trouble sleeping at this point. I can hear their whole conversation and stuff. And, like, she's, like, before I went to bed and everything, she was like, oh, she's over there changing, showing her outfits that she wears to bed or whatever, the person. And she was like, look away, look away. I'm like, I'm not looking at you. Like, you know, like, I'm talking, because I was asking this person because about her tattoos, because she has tattoos and I want to get one. And she was just giving me information, more information, right? I told her what was the best place to get a tattoo, you know? And she was telling me, oh, well, the best places and, like, the worst places and stuff like that, and just giving me more information, and yeah. And I was just paying attention to that, and she thought I was staring at her while she was changing. I was like, no. And she kept on doing that, and she was like, oh, turn the camera around like that way I can show her my outfit. So I was like, okay, here, like, whatever, you know. But I was still talking to her, because I was just asking her questions, like, about the tattoo, and she was giving me a lot of information, and then she was talking about some other stuff, because I told her I don't have my ears pierced at all. I don't, and we were just talking about that, and I was like, we were talking about that, tattoos, and getting piercings, like, which ones were, like, the ones that hurt less, or, like, you didn't feel any pain or whatever, because I want to get my belly button pierced, and then I want to get a tattoo. So we were just talking about that. She kept on that. But anyway, I was trying to go to sleep, but I couldn't, because she was still talking on the phone. Like, I can still sleep, but it takes a while for me to sleep, And I wasn't trying to be nosy, but she was talking loud, you know? So, like, you can hear her in the conversation and stuff like that. And a lot of it I didn't want to hear. I did not, honestly. But after a while, I fell asleep. Whatever. I will wake up. She's changing. She's like, oh, can I leave some of my clothes here? I was like, no, take them all with you. Okay, well, because she got a ride from that guy, because she asked him and everything, she already had ditched him once when they were going to go on a date. And then she already ditched him twice to go check up on a friend because this friend didn't know what happened to her, and she was at the person's house where it happened to her with the person that it happened with. So that friend, not knowing what's going to happen, I told her, you need to check up on her and everything and make sure she's okay, because what if something happens to her? And she's like, oh no, he's not gonna do anything, blah blah, this and that. Like, he knew her since she was little, since she was 5. She's like a daughter to him, blah blah blah. And I asked her this, did you think that he would do that to you? She said no. Okay, so what makes you think he's not going to try to do the same thing to her? Because you have said before that he has done that to more than one person. He has. And you have confirmed it. And she kind of got mad at what I was saying, but I was telling her the truth. Well, then the guy comes to pick her up, whatever. Like, she goes outside, I help her with her stuff, put it in the car, whatever. She calls me afterwards a little bit later. She says, well, you were right, because her friend started calling her and asking or whatever. And she called me and told me, you were right. I was like, I fucking knew it, you know. You better get there and make sure she's okay, because I don't want nothing bad happening to her. Like, I understand you gotta tell someone at your own time and pace, but when it causes someone else to be in the same situation you are, and you have been through that and knowing what she's going through, and that she's fighting demons and everything, and that's the last thing she needs right now, it's not right. You should have told her what happened. Like, everyone knows you left, but they don't know why the reason you left. And I get it, and it's fine. I'm not trying to rush you to tell them or whatever, but you should have told her to get the fuck out of there or something. And then tell you to explain everything to her later when you're ready or whatever, because of that. So she went, they're both fine, they're okay last time I heard. I just think that she's really confused. I tried my best. I'm not gonna talk to her anymore because it's nothing but drama, and I'm staying away from that. I do hope that she is doing the best and everything, but yeah, I might be leaving certain things out of the story just because, one, yeah, it is my story too, but it's also someone else's story too. But the person seems to be okay and everything. That's what happened on my birthday throughout the week, and yeah. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, leave comments of what y'all want to hear next or whatever. I have a lot of stories I have not told. Or whatever. And if you want to know more and stuff, I will tell you, or let me know what you want me to do next. Yeah, thank you for listening. Subscribe, like, share, do whatever. Bye.